Welcome back. Doug, it's hard to believe, but we're about a month away from the start of the new school year for public school kids in the city. And this year, a big concern is back-to-school shopping. Well, a recent Harris poll shows 64% of parents with kids in school are concerned about the cost of back-to-school shopping due to recent tariffs. So joining us now to help us with all of it is smart shopping expert Trae Bodge, friend of the show. Thank you for joining us once again. It's always a pleasure to have you, Trae. So where do parents start? What is step one for parents navigating back-to-school shopping this year specifically?
Yeah, so thanks for having me. And one of the things that I would recommend, and it seems so obvious, but a lot of parents admit to me that they don't do this, is to take inventory. Make sure you go through the backpack, give it a wash, see what supplies can be reused, have them try on all their clothes, do a fun fashion show for you, then build your list so that way you don't buy unnecessarily. That's step number one. Makes sense, because there's always things that just kind of like pile up in the house. Where do you recommend budget-friendly shoppers go for these school supplies if they're trying to save? So I like those lower-cost retailers like Target, Walmart, Kohl's, Marshall's, stores like that. And then I'm always looking for ways to save time. So I've been ordering supplies using Instacart, who I work with. They work with 1,800 retailers around the country, and they just make it really easy. Also, they have a deal week coming up. That's something else to look for sales with your favorite retailers. From the 11th to the 17th, you get a free lunchtime staple every single day that you place an order, and they have exclusive discounts up to 20% with stores like Staples and Container Store, where you're going to be shopping anyway. So I think that delivery service is a really good way to shave some time off your back-to-school shopping.
Did you say in the break that the average spending is around $800 for, and I'm wondering, does technology factor into that? New cell phones, new laptops. The arrival of a school year is often the time where either you realize those need to be purchased or your kid approaches you and says, my computer's too slow to do another school year with it.
Yeah, so that's a great question. This is the National Retail Federation. They're predicting about $840 per family, and that there has to be tech in there, in my opinion. Like, that's just too high. So if you are looking for tech, we're in tricky times. With these tariffs, we're seeing prices tick up already. So it's really important to look for ways to save. If they need a laptop, make sure you're very clear on what kind of laptop they need, so you have the specs. Maybe that Chromebook isn't going to cut it this year. So look for deals, look for refurbished items, and then for phones, look to a low-cost carrier like Mint Mobile has an amazing deal on an S25 with 2 years of service. It's $800 off, and that's about $30 a month for your child and their phone. So that's a great way to go. You don't have to go with that big three if you need a phone for your child. You've said back to school can be a teachable moment. How so? Yeah, so I think we all want to leave the kids at home and just do it ourselves. It's faster, it's easier, but this is such a good teachable moment. Bring your kids with you, set the budget with them, and then let them go shopping. So something that I like to do is give them a gift card. There's a site called Gift Card Granny, and they have discounted gift cards up to 10% from sites like, or stores like DSW, Old Navy, Barnes & Noble. So that's a way to create your own sale. And then you give your child the gift card for that store and let them go shopping. And you will be blown away by how careful they are, how much they budget, how they look for sales with their money versus your money. If your wallet is wide open for them, they're just going to go shopping. They don't have a sense of what that money means if it's your money.
Not to put you on the spot with sort of a fact-based question, but which of the areas of back-to-school shopping do you see as more impacted by tariffs? Is it the clothes part, or is it the staples, and I mean the store staples, pens, paper, potentially things that you need for actual classroom work?
That's a great question. For me, it's tech, and especially because tech is so much more expensive, and that higher tariff, even if it's 10%, that price is being passed on to us, and it's very impactful. If you're buying something that's $800 versus, $20 at Staples, like, that's going to really hit you. And we are seeing these prices tick up in tech. It's really concerning to me. So, buying refurbished, looking for sales, it's really important to do that right now, and we could see higher prices down the road too. Sorry to be doom and gloom right now.
Well, let's end on a higher note, I guess. We always say, well, I was saying to you earlier, I loved back to school shopping, but didn't realize as a kid how much it could cost our parents. So I love that idea of the card and teaching your kids. I think that is an incredible idea to teach them the value of the dollar.
Yeah, because they don't understand how money works until we show them, and how, like, you're opening your wallet, you're paying. Sometimes I like to have them pay if they want a certain pair of sneakers, for example, have them chip in for that, and then they understand, like, ooh, I feel the pinch. Do I want to do that? You know what I'm saying?
I always learn so much from our conversations. Trae, thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. And you can always find more of her tips on Instagram at TrueTrae or on her website, TrueTrae.com.
We'll be right back.